Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria 3, where it's been a little bit and Sphere of Influence is out. So it is time to check out this guy. Now, there have been some requests for mods of Victoria 3, and I'm not necessarily opposed to that. But on the first campaign where I'm checking out a major expansion like Sphere of Influence, I would like to do that, I think, on the vanilla game, and we'll just see how it feels before we start checking out some mods, if we get to that before the next expansion comes out. Although we probably will, to be honest. So I don't have any real plan of what this is going to be. We're going to hit this new game button, and it's going to be a sandbox, of course. I've never played any of those other game types. I don't even know what they do. But we're going to hop directly in here, and we're going to figure out what this series is. I don't even have a name for it. I have no concept for it. The only idea was we're playing Victoria. So I know that Sphere of Influence has a pretty heavy focus on the rivalry between Britain and Russia and their control of Central Asia. So that's where a lot of this went, although there's been a lot of like economic and other systems changes, and that's all very, very interesting. I kind of feel like I don't really want to play a super small country. Victoria 3 is it's a little different from a lot of other Paradox games where I like starting small and building up. In Victoria 3, I tend to play relatively passively in comparison to other Paradox games and focus very heavily on my economy. And so I like to pick something that I can build tall in, that I can just build and have a lot of resources nearby. So that's what I like to look for in Victoria 3. I'm actually maybe thinking about playing France. I've never played France before, and that could be very interesting. France has a fair amount of like overseas holdings, but its influence is definitely waning at this point. Like, you've got this area over here. You can see from the highlight, it's got some African territories, it's got some Indian territories. I'm thinking about it. Another interesting option might be Brazil, actually. It's a constitutional empire. We've played as Argentina before, but Brazil is, I think, an interesting one here. There's definitely some expansion opportunity there. Fascinating. I kind of like the Brazil idea right now. 21.3% literacy. France is at 45.2. Okay, so literacy is going to be a bit of a problem. Standard of living is 9.6. That's going to be a little on the low side. And this kid is our empire, our emperor. Okay. Brazil is considered an empire. It's not unpowerful. That's not really a word. It's a major power, right? Position of number 10 in the world. Definitely interesting. Oh, Russia doesn't control all of this anymore. All of Alaska. Fascinating. This is a colonization area for Russia. Very cool. Well, I kind of do want to play as Brazil here. Let's hop directly in. And what would our goal be playing as Brazil? Like, unite South America? That might be a little ambitious. We're definitely starting off in 2 wars here. Okay, that's intriguing. We don't have any research at this moment, and military research, since we're in 2 wars, is maybe not the worst idea in the world. Napoleonic warfare seems okay. And we've got these guys and these guys. I'm thinking this force is obviously intended to... Oh, this is a navy? Okay. Well, let's check out this... Oh, power block. This is new. Okay, noted. We only have 18 armies. We start in a kind of bad situation. We don't have any conscripts that we can raise. Okay. Well, we should definitely look to dig in on one of these fronts. So these guys up over here, they should probably be in a defensive stance here. I'm noting that we have some cavalry and some infantry here. They're irregular infantry, 3 of them. Okay. That is certainly noted. So this guy's set to advance front. I'm going to set him to defend this front. And I think we should try to crush down here first. So that means that these guys, who have low morale right now, should probably be deployed over to this front. Let's see, how do we do that these days? This is transferring the military units to another army. That's fine, but this isn't really what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to get these guys transferred down to this front. So we would need to mobilize them. Okay, they're not mobilized. Noted. So this down here, we're currently on the attack, I think. Yes, we are. We should probably put them on the defense for now, right now, as well, because the balance of power is negative. The matter of slavery is a thing, so we can issue the golden law. The ban on slave trading is widely ignored. We can issue the golden law or selectively enforce the ban. But we only have one option right now. Okay, we can work towards enforcing the ban. That seems fine. We've got this ragamuffin war. Okay, so that's Rio Grande's Republic down over this way. And we're working on integrating the Brazilian nation. So we need to research nationalism. We actually might want to research that instead of researching Napoleonic warfare. So nationalism is, I believe, under society. Yeah, here. We're going to need mass communication first. Okay, let's get going on that. And the Ragamuffin War, we definitely need to do some work on. Okay, so this front up here, I'm very concerned about. Very concerned indeed. But we're just going to try to hold this front, crush these guys, and then turn and pivot all of our forces up to here. That's the idea. So I want these guys to deploy to this front. Get moving. Okay. So down we go. I'm going to keep it on speed 3 for now. I didn't realize we were in 2 wars to begin with. That's definitely interesting. Lay's Napoleonic warfare and banking spreading. And there's a political movement to enact a presidential republic. Okay, so interest groups, lobbies, this is all very different. That is understood. We got this Emperor's Regency event. The triumviral regency of the landowners and armed forces was recently overthrown and replaced by the democratically selected Feijó Regency. Until Emperor Pedro becomes of age, Brazil will likely be engulfed by political turmoil. Chess, lauded as a game of kings for over 1,000 years, stresses strategic acumen. Long strategies require sacrifice, cost calculation, and a keen sense of literacy. And as one player slips, another gains control of the board. But the board of this game was the young emperor himself. Who knows what scars these intrigues would leave on a boy? Will they never cease their squabbling? Okay, so we're going to get a regency period for 9 years, minus 15 legitimacy. Okay. So we have an illegitimate government, and our infamy is in here now. That's interesting. We have a few radicals and no loyalists. So let's take a look at our government here. We are illegitimate at this moment. And what would our best government reformation be? I mean, it's better. Okay. Well, we'll do that for now, and we'll get these guys heading down to the front here. Are these guys in the process of attacking at all? Well, I want to get these over, and we want to just defend on this front for now. We do have very good defense compared to their attack. So let's just crush this region once our reinforcements arrive, and then we'll pivot up. That's the idea. So there's a battle occurring here. A battle that we are winning. Ish. We're winning it ish. There's a battle up here that we're also winning. That's a very good sign. Okay, so I want to set these guys to... we don't have a commander here. We should probably recruit somebody here. Heavy Barrage as a special order. Okay, he is currently wounded. Imposing and Explorer. Okay, I guess this guy will do. So let's just let these battles play out for the time being. This will change the front here for sure. And that looks good. So we're just letting this battle finish. This one, we're just going to leave be for the moment. Yeah, we're definitely having very good results here. I like it. Chile is improving relations. That is fine. There's a second battle going on over here that we are winning. We're pushing in with this force. This guy is set to attack, and he is indeed doing just that. I'm going to have this guy switch over to advance front, and he's going to start attacking as soon as this battle is completed. So that looks good. In the meantime, we are still defending on this front. We're now at plus 20, though. I'm not going to go on the offense over here just yet. Okay. Good. This is playing out the way I anticipated. So that's perfect. What's this magnanimous monarch event here? So it's holding exactly at 50. Will complete if the progress bar is above 50. Okay. Sure. Well, that's fine for now. So, the defeat of the coup attempt has led to the complete consolidation of Bolivian domination over Peru. Supreme Protector André de Santa Cruz has declared the imminent formation of a confederation between the two nations. This confederation must disappear forever. We are against the confederation. So that's Peru-Bolivia being a thing? Yeah, we're against that. But there's not a lot we can do about it right now. We need to crush the Rio Grande Republic first. But that's going very well, to be clear. Okay, we've got some occupation down over here. That looks excellent. And as soon as we have this cleaned up, these guys are going to head up to this front. This right here, this advantage, this is why we didn't go on the attack here. I knew for a fact that we were going to have an issue with this. However, their... Oh, wow. That's awkward. Their manpower is not great here. And they're losing a lot more men than we are here. Over 2-1. I like it. So that looks solid. We're going to continue to press in over here. We've got an advantage there as well. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to wrap up this war nice and easily. Looks good. Up over here, how's this defense going? Crushing it. Excellent. So we're going to keep holding this line. These guys will get redirected up as soon as they can. We're going to win this battle and get additional occupation down here. The Rio Grande Republic is not going to last very much longer. Looks like maybe one additional battle before they're crushed. So that looks good. And here's that battle. We are winning it. Excellent. And how is our manpower here doing? I don't like that flickering there, but, you know, whatever. We're slightly over half. They are well below half. They're at about a third. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So this war is just about over. These guys are currently at 0. That's a lot. Okay. And these guys are at 70. So we're losing a major power rank unless our standing recovers. We are probably going to have our standing recover just by taking over the Rio Grande Republic. That seems okay. So this is now fully occupied, I think. Not quite. One more battle. Okay. Slaves have escaped from this plantation. They're supposed to be illegal. Indeed, they are supposed to be illegal. But I guess we'll assemble some hunting parties. Sure, why not? So our radicalism is definitely heading up, no doubt about that, but we'll tackle that in a little bit here. And also, our cotton plantations are being worked on with that private construction there. There's definitely been some changes here. No doubt about that. Construction is very different now, and we'll take a look at that after we're done with these wars. So this battle is going to finish. This is probably going to be the Rio Grande Republic completely taken over at this point. Now, up over here, we're winning this defense. We're running low on manpower up here, but so are they. No doubt about that. And this cotton plantation here, it's being constructed, right? Yeah, these guys are heading up to this front now. That's good. Okay, so if we were to take a look at what we have available for resources. Iron, lead, logging, whaling stations, some coal. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so these guys are not yet willing to make peace, right? Let's see here. We would want to annex them. Yeah, they're not willing to do this just yet. So we'll just need to wait for that to tick. They're fully occupied, so no problem there. We can see that we're at minus 22 up here now. We did win this battle, but manpower is getting grim. Luckily, our reinforcements are showing up. And the moment they do, these two are going on the attack. This guy might remain on the defense until his manpower replenishes. But yeah, we're definitely going on the attack. I'm going to put this guy on the attack too, actually. So there we go. Excellent. And we're going to take this over as well, is the idea. So at this point, are these guys willing to have their peace? Yes, they are. We'll propose that peace deal. The Green Poncho Treaty. With the defeat of the Rio Grande Republic's field army, General Pedro de Alcantara Bellegarde has proposed to the... I imagine I'm butchering these names. Has proposed the granting of amnesties and extensive concessions to bring Rio Grande do Sul back into the fold, and to avoid prolonged guerrilla fighting. General, my men have fought hard and bravely, but they're only men now. Far be it for us to treat each other like Frenchmen with British prisoners, and if you must, then allow them a dignified death. Were it left to me, Coronel, I can only guarantee that I shall speak to the ones who can spare them. If they have sense, they'll see what I see. Farmhands, traders, and artisans. So we can offer them concessions, full amnesty, and the paying off of war debts. 20% radicalism and 5% radicalism. We would lose some authority, but it would decay over 5 years, and 2,000 government expenses for 5 years. And 5% devastation. Alternatively, 10% devastation, 60% radicalism, 10% mortality per turmoil. Okay, we're going to do this because it will allow us to integrate this and get it under control a little bit faster. We'll pay off their war debts. That's okay. So there's that peace treaty done. Now, we've got this diplomatic tour here. We could drum up support for the landowners or for Brazil. And we're going to drum up support for Brazil. The landowners don't need help. What else do we have here? A cause without a rebel. Sure, we can exile this guy. That's fine. Do we want to learn from the British Army? Armed forces would join the Brazilian British Society. Sure. We probably do have much to learn from the British Army, to be honest. We've got this 4th Army here that is not mobilized. That is from this area down here, Rio Grande do Sul. And that is an incorporated state, so that is good to know. Now, the devastation is okay. I'm wondering about the overall amount of radicalism. It's going to be pretty high. It's going to be pretty high indeed. But let's get this all under control for now. We are winning this offensive action, which is fantastic. We don't even need to mobilize the 4th Brazilian Army, which is good because they have like no manpower. They have very, very low manpower right now. We'll need to wait for that to continue. So the Peru-Bolivian Confederation will complete if at least one of these. Bolivia does not exist or has lost all of its South Andean and Quechua subjects. All of these. Relations between Bolivia and Brazil are greater than or equal to 50. At least one of these, Bolivia is in a customs union, alliance, or defensive pact. Will fail if the progress bar reaches 120, marking the consolidation of the Peru-Bolivian Confederation's rule. Okay. So we kind of want Bolivia to cease to exist, essentially. 270 compared to our current 181. So that's definitely a concern. What are we on for our military law? That is something we should figure out. We're on professional army. Okay. So that is noted, in which case... Right, they changed how that works. But professional army is useful for us. We definitely want our army to recover from these wars. So we want to get through this very, very quickly, right? We're currently at 82 on this front, and that's looking good. We'll get some occupation there very, very soon. However, our manpower is certainly a bit on the low side. That said, it's not as bad as it could be. So that looks good. I do want to get some construction going here, and what construction do we want to do? Well, do we want to do state-owned construction on this stuff? Because I know there's now a significant difference between privately owned and state-owned constructions. So that is definitely very interesting. No doubt about that. But at the same time, I want to start getting some of these resources, most likely. So let's see here. 0.05, 0.05, negative 0.01. Logging camps appear to be pretty good right now. Okay, let's sort by job seekers here. And we want to build these in places where there are positive infrastructure as well. Sao Paulo is an interesting example. But negative infrastructure is not necessarily great in any of these locations. So let's see here. Where do we build infrastructure at this point? Well, we don't have railroads. So how can we get infrastructure at this point? I'm not sure we can. Other than just having pops. So that is definitely noted. So we're still finishing up the Ragamuffin War here. We are completing this battle, and we should start to see occupation up here very soon. We're currently losing our power rank again. Our prestige dropped. Okay, sure. That's probably due to, like, our power projection or something, if I had to guess. We're not currently enacting a new law, and do we want to? We should probably look to enact, like, public schools. That would be pretty good. Working on our legitimacy would be excellent. Ah, there we're seeing some occupation. Fantastic. Yeah, we've got this war under control at this point. So that looks fine. We'll work on public schools to get our literacy up. And that seems absolutely great. So we're going to finish up that battle. We've got an immediate second battle here. They have very, very little strength at this point. The front has even moved on us. Okay, beautiful. So they're going negative at this point. And of course, we're going to be looking to annex them. So they have 10 reasons to not accept this right now. That is not a lot of reasons. Sounds good. We're going to wrap up this battle in the Amazon. And there we go. We didn't get additional occupation there. We've got another battle coming through here. These battles are very fast at this point. They have basically no one. They've got an army of 2,000 troops, right? We've got significantly higher powered armies. They would accept this at this point. So we'll propose that peace deal. Fantastic. Despite the capitulation of the main Cabano government in Belém, countless rebels continue to resist our rule upstream. Hardened by years of brutal conflict, the Brazilian army has taken an especially harsh attitude towards the rebel bands, mainly comprised of free Afro-Brazilian and Amazonian fighters. Okay, no mercy for traitors, burn the rabble out. We don't get a choice for this one. 90% devastation. That's a lot. Okay. Yikes. Okay, that is not pretty. So, what do we want to do about this Bolivian situation? Well, they are currently 270. We will be stronger than that once our armies reinforce a bit. As it is right now, though, they're going to take a little bit of time to do that. The Peru-Bolivian Confederation is still a long ways away from existing. But let's take a quick look at what Bolivia has for, like, allies. I want to look at the actual country here. Diplomacy. There we go. So they do have some puppets over here. Okay. So that's basically like this entire area. So how strong are these? I mean, they're very weak. Incredibly weak and very weak. So Bolivia's the primary threat here, but these guys will add a little bit to tip the balance in their favor, maybe ever so slightly. For now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will start our actual work here in Brazil. We just had to get those wars wrapped up, so that'll be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.